Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us today as we continue our reading and reflecting in the Psalms. We've been looking at the 119th Psalm, and again, we've had that overarching picture where we have this young man turning to God and asking God for help to be steadfast in the midst of a wicked generation and in the time of great trial. And so we see again this idea coming through as we move into verses 33 through 48. If you would read with me there. Teach me, O Lord, the way of your statutes, and I shall observe it to the end. Give me understanding that I may observe your law and keep it with all my heart. Make me walk in the path of your commandments, for I delight in it. Incline my heart to your testimonies and not to dishonest gain. Turn away my eyes from looking at vanity and revive me in your ways. Establish your word to your servant as that which produces reverence for you. Turn away my reproach which I dread, for your ordinances are good. Behold, I long for your precepts. Revive me through your righteousness. May your loving kindnesses also come to me, O Lord, your salvation according to your word. So I will have an answer for him who reproaches me, for I trust in your word. And do not take the word of truth utterly out of my mouth, for I wait for your ordinances. So I will keep your law continually, forever and ever, and I will walk at liberty. For I seek your precepts. I will also speak of your testimonies before kings, and shall not be ashamed. I shall delight in your commandments, which I love, and I shall lift up my hands to your commandments, which I love. And I will meditate on your statutes. So we can see how these two sections, again, work together and work in the idea, the overarching idea of this prayer for steadfastness in the midst of wickedness and in the midst of trial. You have the psalmist in verses 33 through 40, he turns to God and says, teach me your commandments, teach me your ways, let me walk in them, because I know that they will preserve me, they will give me life, and they are truth, and they are life. And so the psalmist, he's putting his trust in God's testimonies, God's commandments, and then in verses 41 through 48, we just see this overflowing of praise for God's ordinances. And we see that his ordinances are loving kindness, and they are salvation, and they are deliverance for those who will turn to God's law and walk by it. And so we have this praise that the psalmist gives, and he is so grateful for what God has done in the giving of his law. And I think that's something that we can work on ourselves. We certainly give praise to God for the salvation that he gives us through Jesus, his son. We certainly give praise to God for his grace and for his love that he shows us. But I think one thing that we could work on is giving praise to God for the commandments that he gives us, because his commandments, one, are not burdensome, but two, they also lead to life and life everlasting. And so we should give praise to God for his law that he has revealed to us through his son. I hope that this helps you as you go through your walk today, and may God bless you. Thank you.